Hello. How are you, Sharon?
Oh, hello. Look, I put a color for you. You know, I always go black, but for the interview, I search in my back wardrobe somewhere and managed to find a colorful one.
That's great. I feel the privilege. I'm so happy already. I will be nice then. First of all, I want to apologize for how bad I have been pronouncing your name always. Always last year during my lives, I was saying Sharon Elkaslassy. I don't know why I got it that way. And now I think it's Elkaslassy, right?
Yes, Elkaslassy. Yeah.
Good, I got it right. So for now on, I will try to pronounce it well. Thank you very much for being able to do this kind of fun interview. Fun, not fine. Um, I wanted to ask you many questions. I don't know if you have time now for me. Yes?
Yeah. Let's go. I'm with you.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I need to drink my coffee. I just woke up. Are you drinking something?
Oh, I just finished my special night coffee. This is I drink it with my son. I put a photo of
Oh,
my
he's
son in
so
it.
cute. That's so nice. Okay. And how do you drink your coffee?
An Australian coffee because I put this is night coffee. Usually morning coffee it's a normal coffee. Night coffee is a coffee with brandy.
Very good. That's a good one. I knew you would have something with alcohol over there. So tell
Yeah,
me,
always.
when did you decide to be a choreographer?
Um, it was I think first of all I dance like I dance when I start dancing. I dance a few years and then I was more involved. I've been asked to help a few teachers and choreographers such as Didi Dosh, who made Zoe Artzi, because I grew up in Ashdod, and Didi Dosh and Jacques Ochayon, who did Olam Afuch. Also from Ashdod, they were my first teacher, and they asked me to help them, like doing session, teach the beginners and stuff. So during the years, and Didi Dosh, for example, and he used to do like a lot of dances, and I used to look at the process, and it made me I'm very creative in my private life, also not only dancing. And so when I got into this thing of dancing, I said, "Oh, I want to be also creative here." And this is what made me. And later on, I started. I do my stage. I did my stage with under Gadi, and it was the beginning of the '90s.
Uh-huh.
And I did my stage, and I look at him, the way he creates, the way he works, and I said, "Oh, I want to go into this world."
That's great. You just said that you are very creative. Are you creative also in another fields more than in dance?
No, not more than dance, but in my day to day life. First of all, I work I work as an economist, and
Economy, you said?
economist. It's like I work for finance in finance in the
Yes,
finance
yes.
sector,
Oh,
and and it's not like math that you do 1 + 1, 2 + 2. You need to be very creative when you build the models. For example, I need to build the profit models for products that my business sell and stuff. So that's also, and also, me, how I like to make jokes and fun or everything. So
we're gonna talk about that soon. Yes,
if
that's
I see a
amazing.
photo that also like it's something about my mind, so I need to do some Photoshop and create something.
Yes,
So
cool. Yes,
yeah, so
because once you're creative in many fields, not just in one.
exactly. Yeah.
And I'm very curious, so I ask questions. And as a dancer, did you get any training other than Israeli folk dance?
Yeah, I start before Israeli folk dancing. I just started around when I started the army. the Israeli army. But before that, at the age of 7, I went to like a lot of ballroom dances.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the tango, rumba, vals,
Tango,
cha-cha.
rumba, wow.
So yeah, and after that, like when I was in the army, I was like I was after a girl, and yeah, and like I wanted to say, okay, I need to go and ask her, like I wanted to start a conversation. When can I meet you? And I say, if you want to meet me, come to the come to our beach in Ashdod. We do she was dancing there. So I'll meet you and dance. And then I went there and they were doing lines and stuff. So I was the shy soldier that's standing aside waiting for the girls to finish so I can go and speak to her. So I came every Saturday and watched them. And then I said, oh, I want to try this too.
That's so romantic. Did you have a relationship with her?
Nah.
No, but she put you into dance. That's amazing. That's so nice. That's great. And as a choreographer, what is important for you?
uh, First of all, look, it might sound strange. Of course, as a choreographer, I want people to dance my dances and enjoy them. But for me, the most important thing is like, so I will dance and enjoy it. It means like, and then what's happened after, I don't care. But it's not that I don't care. It's like, of course, as a choreographer, I enjoy when I see other people doing it. But the most important thing, if I found a song that I like and I had the idea in my head and I managed to put the steps from my head into my legs and I like the final results, that's it. I'm happy. That's the most important thing for me.
You just started talking about my next question. Do you plan everything in your head before you create the dance, or you're the kind that put the music and improvise and keep trying until you like it? What's your process?
Yeah, so it depends on the song. Some of the songs that you get, they are coming with lyrics, of course, and sometimes the lyrics leads you. For they said, for example, like if I said one of my dances, Moridim Tayareach, for example, there are a lot of thing. For it started stam לשבת איתך מול הים. This is the start. So לשבת איתך, sit with you. So I do the sit and hop, and then מורידים את הירח. So I take my hand up and moving down. So sometimes the lyrics leads you. So that's the dream of every choreographer. That's the easy job. But sometimes you haven't the right lyrics around, or if it's an instrumental music. So then I start like throwing steps either in my head or in the studio where I work, and I like, and then I film around what's going on, and then I collect all the film and see if I can do something with that. So it's not like a pattern that you go and you create. There are many things that can lead to that.
Mm-hmm. I know you're a guy that's very funny. Yes, we spoke about this. I think during all this Corona time, every day you and Analia Chokran from Argentina made my day with your post. You know, I'm in the middle of something in the supermarket or whatever. I'm watching myself, and all of a sudden, like, and people look at me like, "What's wrong?" Because you
Yeah,
are so funny. Your sense of humor is terrific. Did
you,
you do
you
any
also
dance that is funny, like to make people laugh? Did you think in doing something like that?
if I'll find the correct song, I'll do it. If I have no, I have huevos. You know what you mean? You know what does
Yes,
it
of
mean?
course. Huevos is in Spanish.
So,
I think
so
it will be
I'm not
great.
afraid. I'm not afraid of everything, of anything. Like if I'll find the correct song, I'll do it.
You
Like
should do it. I don't think we have one. Do we have one dance to laugh?
you will see in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna publish a line dance that I did with someone from Israel. It's called Kukuriku, and I did some funny steps, but it's because it reminds me like the the chicken when it goes like this, do it like that.
Yes,
So I put it. For me, it's a funny step, and I put it inside. So like
I,
I don't know.
I, yes, I've seen a video of that. I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah,
It's
for
not the
good and for
official.
bad. Yeah, it's not official yet. It's gonna, but in so for good and for bad, humor surrounds me around my life, and I have no limits. No limits. Like sometimes can be good, sometimes can be bad, but this is
Like dance, it's the same. Dance sometimes is because we are very well or we are very bad, and it's always there for us, you know. And humor, I think, is the same. Arts in general.
yeah. But
It's
sometimes people can different levels of humor, or sometimes people can accept or can get hurt, or everyone can accept it in a different way. But I don't care. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's like I'm doing
that,
it without thinking. I'm like,
it's great. I think we all love it. You are very sarcastic. It's that kind of humor that I love. Very very smart, and
thank you.
you don't mind laughing about yourself, and that's great.
Oh yeah, I don't. I more sometimes I'm more enjoy when the jokes are on me.
I love them. They're great. Keep bringing them in. Um, Sometimes you have done choreographers with other choreographers, right? Like in partnership. How is the
Yeah.
process?
Look, it depends. Look, sometimes I have a dance, like songs that I can hear, and like I already have the idea, and I can build it from 0 to 100, like till it's finished. And sometimes I feel like something is missing, or I lose my inspiration, or something, and I need to share. And I have a strong belief that two minds can bring can bring more, can do more. Sometimes if you do one and one, it can be three. And I really really like I did till now around 70, 75 dances. At least half of them are shared choreography with others. So and I every time I like to choose someone else, like if because I like to see other people, learn from them, everything. So yeah, that I love sharing like with that. That's
That that's great. I was just curious. Like you do one part, then you connect with the other. You
oh
correct what the other.
yeah,
Would you say to the other choreographer, "No, I don't like your part. You know what? Let's change
yeah,
it," or you accept?
yeah, it changed. There are no rules. Like it changed. For example, let's take for example Sagi Azran, which is my best friend and like more than family. We grew up together in Israel, like, and we even have been friends out of dancing, like even before we go into things. So even now, he when I moved to Australia and he moved to LA, we still have the
Connection.
I call it the blind understandings of each other. So for example, when we did the dance, the partner dance, for example, Ahava Kazo, we did it a few years ago. Uh, we didn't even think, like I called him. I said, "Listen, I have a music. I did part one. I'm sending you." He did part two. We both sent each other, and it was just a perfect match.
Wow.
And in other dancing, so during need come and go, change this, do that. It's everyone with with every person, it works differently.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to show you how I'm doing this. I have one here trying to fight with the other that is here. Yes. This is the most famous dog in Israeli for dance. I think he is the mascot. His name is Rubio, you know, he appears in most of my videos. And now Naranja is a new adopted one that may be here too. Um, that's great. Talking about music, I heard that you are a music bandido. You know the meaning of the word bandido? Yes? Mafia? Malandra? Uh,
Yeah,
can
I
you?
understand this word.
I'm absolutely new to this field. You know, I'm doing this for the past 3 years. So I I'm asking questions like a little baby who wants to know everything.
Like first, I explained there is a rule in the choreographers association. Not everyone can take a song and do whatever he likes. So there
Okay.
is a rule. If there is a song, the first we have a special website.
Is that the Irgun?
Every choreographer has an access to it, and the first who put if you hear a song, you need to be the first to put the song's details under your name in this website, and then it's yours to make a dance. No one else can touch it.
Do you pay for
Because
every time you do this?
we pay membership. We pay membership.
Ah,
So
okay.
so you know, and some of us like wait. Some of the songs you need to wait till they're published in the radio, and then you go. And during the years when I was a beginner at this area, I realized sometimes it's too late. You hear a song, you come to the website, you want to put it under your name, and then you see Gadi wrote it 3 months ago, Dudu wrote it 4 months ago, Shlomo wrote it like, and I'm like, damn, this song was published only today. How come? And then I realized that there are contacts, like you know singers, you know people from the music industry and stuff, and it was always pissed off how I can't how all of this big name, and I probably will open a war here, but uh, I had the feeling back then that all the old choreographers, they want to keep all the cake for themselves, and they're not sharing with others or helping youngsters to go to this area and stuff. And so
Any
I did
woman like you, or is
oh
it
not
all
only
men competing like this, or is there any woman also doing the same?
new people in the area against old people in the area, and like they feeling they were that was my feeling, like they instead of encouraging us and stuff, they like blocked us and like not helping and sharing, including in the songs area. So I put myself a challenge. I said I give myself a few years. I want to become number one in this area. Like that's what my challenge I put myself. I want to become number one. I will make my contacts. I will go, and it started. It sounds so funny, but as we spoke, as I told you before, I'm not afraid of anything. I have huevos. So what? So it started like with simple things, like I created videos, and I went with iPad to singers shows. Like for example, I'm just throwing names now. Like if Shlomo Artzi like showed in Ashdod stadium, so I wait and ask a meeting after the end, and I'm showing, look, I created dance for your song. This is, and I show him, and start with simple things like that, and then I look for other contacts. For example, my father, I said, my brother working for a big firm, a lawyer's firm in Israel, and I found out that they're representing some of the biggest studio where the most of the singers records their songs. So I asked him to help me if he can let me meet those people and speak to them, and I contacted them, and and during the years you build up with singers, with studios, with whatever, so they can provide you the information before the songs is published. So I can and during the race, like it's not a showing off, but I believe I like became like if not number one in this area, it's like my challenge was a successful. Like I put myself in challenge, and it was a hard work of many years. And luckily, when I moved to Australia, like 8 years ago, and the first 2 years till I found a good job and like established myself here and stuff, I had a lot of time. So it gives me a lot of time to develop these things.
Yes.
And And you know, I also like, but unlike the others, like I always share, because you know, I'm getting like 2 3 new songs every week. I can do so theoretically I can do more than 100 dances a year, and for the
Okay.
best songs that
So
exist.
if one day I want to create a dance, you are the guy to go.
Yeah, and it's not realistic. So I share, and I learned from my case when there were there is a lot of politics behind it, and you know, so sometimes people help you like from the elders, but they not really help you like so. But you know, I learned the politics and stuff. So nowadays I'm trying to deal, especially with the youngsters and who try to go in this area and help them, like give them songs that they will never could get them by themselves.
Yeah.
So because you know, I'm not keeping them in my pocket.
Good. Very good. I like human beings are strange everywhere in every field. And I think we have something very special with the Israeli folk dance that keep us all together, people from a very wide range of things. Like it's we're a gigantic family, but the market is very small. So instead of competing, maybe we can all together make it bigger.
Look, that's what led me to that, because I saw, like, for me, let's say I'm still not like I wasn't so optimistic before, like because I saw how Israeli folk dancing go deep and deep and deep till, and I'm still not optimistic, but we are in a good way. Like for example, like when me and Sagi we lived in Israel, we established a group of youngsters that not only choreographers, also dancers and stuff, that we be together, goes to dancing together, goes to marathon, to effect, teach ourselves new dances and old dances all the time, and do like, and because we looked at the self as the generation that will continue the tradition, and and I see nowadays that we're trying now to help youngsters around the world, and like there is a great group in youngsters in Mexico, they're in South America like Brazil, Argentina, stuff, all of those people, and it's good, and I think it's important.
Yes.
Without it, Israeli dancing will disappear in.
Yeah, that was
I,
my question. How do you see the future of Israeli folk dance?
as I
Would you have
say, I'm
to
still
see?
not optimistic, but we need to work hard. Otherwise, it will gone. It will gone, and it stays like, you know, like you come from the art, like you can see Renaissance today only in museum. So
Yes.
this is what will be. Uh, we need to work hard, and and do the best we can to keep it alive.
That's very good. Okay. I like to dance for choreographers, so I would like to dance Beresheet for you. Are you
Oh,
okay?
that will. Yeah, yeah, of course, I love it.
Okay, I'll try to share the music to see if I can do this. I hope you can hear, and I hope my pets will allow me to dance. Move the camera. Yeah. I'm having some colors, huh? Not only
Yes,
black.
lot of colors.
Okay. It happens. Super nice, super nice. Oh, you got me nervous. I did the first step wrong. How is that?
That's okay. Last week at my station, I danced with my group, one of my dances, Shavua Tov, and I forgot the ending. Happened.
It happens. Yes, all the time. So I hope you like it. I think this dance was amazing.
I enjoy when people dancing my dances. That's
Yes, it's a beautiful one. Music is very nice, and the steps are beautiful. I think you did a great job with Eli in this one. And most people love it. Like every time you play this dance, everyone goes to dance.
I think 2 years ago, something like that, if I remember right,
Yes.
it was chosen for the best dance of the year, something like that.
Yes, that's right. So Sharon, thank you so much for this lovely chat. I hope we can have interview number 2 in few months.
Yeah, whenever you feel like.
Okay, and if I need the music, I know who to call. Everyone, call Sharon.
Yeah, it's okay. They're calling. I tell everyone you can hear sometimes no, but don't get insulted or something. People will hear no, but when it's the time is right, they will get the yes. Still like sometimes on one song there can be many people who ask the same. So you can make everyone happy, but I'm trying my best.
That's very nice. Thank you so much. Kisses.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.